Just look at Papa over there and then I'll tell you that I'm missing. Or if this way.
Wait, I'm videotaping it. Okay.
Did you film everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi. Tornadoes, floods, they're both dangerous things of their own, but when you put them together and combine them with chaotic evacuations and disruptions of wildlife ecology, you get a hurricane. In the past decade, Louisiana has been hit with a barrage of hurricanes, including Hurricane Katrina, Rita, and Ike. According to the Columbia Encyclopedia, a hurricane is defined as a tropical cyclone in which winds attain speeds greater than 74 miles an hour, and before a cyclone reaches hurricane intensity, it first passes through two intermediate phase stages known as a tropical depression and a tropical storm. Let's see. I grew up 30 minutes from the Louisiana coast and have experienced firsthand the dangers that hurricanes pose, especially from Hurricane Rita, which ripped the roof off of my house. From my various experiences with hurricanes, I've learned firsthand the dangers of them. To be better prepared, it's important to know the dangers that hurricanes can bring, such as tornadoes and floods, and also important to know what programs the government has implemented for you in case a hurricane comes. So let me explain the different dangers you can expect when the hurricane is heading in your direction. First, I'll explain the tornadoes a hurricane can throw at you. According to discoveries and breakthroughs in science, tornadoes can form when hurricanes make landfall as their winds at ground level slow down, while the winds near the top of them keep their momentum. And scientists have discovered that hurricanes can actually encourage the formation of tornadoes. The Columbia Encyclopedia says the high winds that are a primary cause of hurricane-inflicted loss of life and property damage. And discoveries and breakthroughs in science goes on to explain ways to protect yourself from tornado. 3 ways to protect yourself from tornadoes is to move to a pre-designated shelter, stay away from the windows when a tornado comes, and abandon mobile homes and automobiles, because a tornado can easily flip both of those. Now I will explain floods, and that come with every tornado. The Columbia Encyclopedia explains that another cause of hurricane-inflicted loss of life and property damage is flooding, resulting from the coastal storm surge of the ocean and torrential rains, both of which accompany the storm. Also, MorseBunny.com tells that a lot of hurricane-related deaths are from storm surge flooding, and the flooding can occur over 100 miles of coastline and may extend inland several miles. Finally, I'll explain the procedures and preventions you can take in case of a hurricane. According to the Columbia Encyclopedia, even weak hurricanes can still cause major flooding and damage, even when downgraded to a tropical storm. That being said, the encyclopedia does explain that to prevent damage and death, programs have been set up to defuse hurricanes. Better warning systems have been implemented, such as a hurricane watch being issued when there's a threat of a hurricane conditions within 24 to 36 hours. And a hurricane warning being issued when hurricane conditions are expected in 24 hours or less. Also, hurricanes are categorized by severity from 1 to 5, with 1 being the weakest and 5 being the strongest. In this speech, I have explained the various dangers of hurricanes and the procedures that have been set up for people to protect them. So remember, unless you want to be treading water in floods and dodging tornadoes, it's always best to evacuate early when a hurricane is coming.